This is 7National News making headlines. Ruler of Dubai praises growing economic ties with China. Government to fix prices of 800 commodities. And the death toll in the Russian boat disaster reaches 100. A senior Chinese official has described the UAE as China's gateway to the Middle East and Africa and a key destination for Chinese investments. He Gaoqiang, a member of the Standing Committee of the Politburo of the Communist Party of China and Central Committee and Secretary of the Central Commission for Discipline Inspection of the CPC, made the remarks during a meeting with Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, during which they discussed bilateral, regional and international matters of common concern. Meanwhile, the ruler of Dubai and Gaoqiang attended the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the UAE's Central Bank and China's Banking Regulatory Commission of cooperation on financial and banking control and exchange of expertise and data. The Crown Prince of Dubai and Chairman of Dubai Executive Council, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has approved a limited revision of electricity and water tariffs in Dubai. The revision means that the Emirates Electricity and Water Authority will be able to implement a fuel surcharge that will be based on global fuel prices as they fluctuate. The surcharge will feature separately on expat customer utility bills. The UAE government will fix the prices of 800 commodities during Ramadan, according to the Consumer Protection Department. In an interview with a local paper, the department's director, Hashim Al-Nuwaimi, said that they have established a number of food inspector teams that will visit supermarkets to ensure that they are following the rules and that they are not overcharging customers. He added that they will be monitoring basic food types such as meat, vegetables, fish and chicken. Should suppliers break the rules and increase their prices, they will face legal action from the Ministry of Economy. Al-Nuwaimi also spoke of the department's awareness campaign that aims to dissuade customers from making rush purchases by informing customers on the availabilities of commodities. The significant role of the youth is more pronounced nowadays and is an important driving force, particularly in the Arab world. A quantitative study on Arab teens revealed interesting trends, which researchers say could help the public and private sectors tap into the potential of this market segment. With a largely young population, they say taking into account the youth's preferences and values could benefit various organisations in many ways. Khadija Salih has this report.
According to the Arab Media Research Bureau, the youth today has a more significant role in driving trends across sectors. In an effort to have a better understanding of this segment, 2,000 teenagers from the UAE, Saudi Arabia and Egypt aged 12 to 19 years were involved in a 2-year quantitative research highlighting both their strengths and weaknesses.
UAE teens are the second highest spenders in the world after Norwegian teens, whereas on the other hand, Egyptian teens are the second lowest spenders in the world after Indian teens. So even within the same region, you have two ends of the spectrum, and Saudi is somewhere in between. It's close to the global average, right? Obviously there is a lot more affluence in the GCC. The Egyptian teen does not have as much of economic means, and that also somewhere reflects in terms of their attitudes towards life and the level of confidence that they have. So the Emirati and the Saudi teens are much more confident about their current position in life and then their future. The Egyptian teens seem to feel that they are struggling.
While these numbers may reflect a lot on economics, it also indicates factors that go beyond their purchasing power and may determine the course of a country's future.
The Emirati teens seem to be the most focused when it comes to education, when it comes to learning new things, even when it comes to experimenting with new experiences and getting to know more about the world. They are by far ahead of the other teens in the region. The interesting part is that though they don't currently have too much of economic means, but their hopes for the future are fairly high. So there is a fairly high level of optimism that things will change for the better, and perhaps that is part of being young, that you are fairly optimistic as a youngster. But we've seen that the level of optimism in Egypt is actually higher than in the GCC. So that's perhaps because they don't have enough, they want more.
This study targets all sectors of the community, primarily businesses that want to tap into the potential of the young market segment. However, the insights provided on the $18,000 book could prove to be more than just a marketing tool.
We have a whole lot of information in terms of the brands that they like and the brands that they admire, what do they spend their money on and so on. And depending on which category you're in, you can see how to leverage that information.
Other interesting facts revealed that young consumers spend a lot on clothes, beauty products, and mobile phones. With the young market segment's role more defined, perhaps it is high time for governments, businesses, and communities to take the youth more seriously. With such a huge number and impact on the success and failure of products, services, and ideologies, the future indeed lies in the hands of the youth. Khadija Sali, 7National News.
Volunteer in Dubai has been a key driver in connecting people to various charities since it was first founded in 2008, and their latest initiative is no exception. Wednesday evening, the humanitarian organisation brought together 20 volunteers to meet a critical deadline for a blind student who lives in Cairo. Those present shared a total of 200 scanned pages of an Arabic grammar book that the student in Egypt requires for Saturday. Upon completion, it will be forwarded to the Al Barak charity in Cairo. It will then be converted into Braille format so that the visually impaired student can continue his learning aspirations.
We've been helping out a charity in Cairo, which is called Al Barak Charity, and they send us the file for the books in basically a picture format, and we need to type it up in Arabic. So it's a bit short notice this time. We have only a few days to get it done by Saturday, but we've managed to get the help of about 20 volunteers, which you can see. They're busy typing away, and they've been very kind to basically donate their time and effort in typing up the book for our blind student in Cairo.
We can't really do much about helping blind people. We can't give them their sight back, but at least we can do a small part by just typing up, helping them learn more.
Looking to news abroad now, divers widened their search for the remaining 29 missing boat passengers after the death toll in Russia's worst river disaster in 3 decades reached 100, the Emergencies Ministry said on Wednesday. Meanwhile, a Russian court issued orders for the arrest of Svetlana Inyakina, the head of the company that leased the sunken boat Bulgaria. Prosecutors said the court granted the request to arrest the suspects. They are accused of actions which led to the boat accident and rendering unsafe services. The cause of the disaster is still unclear, but prosecutors said the boat, which lacked a license to carry passengers, was already leaning to the right when it left the port and had engine problems. Emergency officials said the boat was meant for up to 140 people, but was carrying 208, including 25 unregistered passengers. Heavy flooding and mudslides hit China's southwest on Wednesday, temporarily cutting electricity and transportation in the region. The torrential rains and flash floods began in the province's Yajiang County on Tuesday afternoon, causing damage to some houses. Local fire and rescue authorities were dispatched to find and rescue trapped people, according to state media. There have been no casualties reported so far, however. Heavy downpours have wreaked havoc in the province since the end of June, causing 8 deaths and forcing nearly 170,000 people to relocate, according to the Provincial Flood Control Office. Up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.